been about 3 years or so since I got given the saw from my mate Neville. It was his dad's saw, and yeah, he thought I'd be a good candidate for getting it up and running again and preserving it and showing it off. So yeah, got it running, made a video probably about just over 3 years ago now, and got it all going, had it on display at Farming Like Grandad, but I just thought it would deserved a better look, so I made this cool display stand for it. So recycling an old Totara fence post, so goodness knows how old it is. I reckon the post itself would have been 100 years old. They were used back in probably the 1920s. They started putting Totara in the ground, so it was dug out of the ground and replaced with a modern post, and yeah, anyways, we just like to reuse these old posts, and they look really cool and decorative. So as for the saw itself, yeah, I've got a nice little plaque that I made up in a frame here with all the details about it. Homelite WIZ. It's roughly 70 cc's, so it's a 2-inch bore and an 1 3/8 stroke. 70 cc's, I think it's about 3.5 horsepower. And yeah, I've got the 2 bars with it. So the top bar that's up here is the longest bar that was made for it, which is 30 inches, and the bar that's fitted on the saw itself at the moment is a 24-inch bar. Gear reduction drive from the clutch down to the chain, 3.75, where are we? It's on here somewhere. Yeah, sorry, 3.57 gear reduction down there. It's not a really high revving saw. It is loud and it does rev like a 2-stroke, but not as high revving as a modern 2-stroke engine. Designed for hardwoods and just lugging its way through with a nice slow deep cut. Huge teeth on the chain, 1/2-inch pitch chain. So the only flaw that I've still got with this saw is a leak in the gearbox. There's a crack in the case. If you watch the original video from those 3 years ago, I tried sealing the crack through under the bottom of the case with JB Weld. It sealed for a while, and now it doesn't leak as bad as it did, but it weeps oil. There's no chain tensioner, and I'm having trouble getting a replacement drive sprocket for the chain. Doesn't stop the engine running, doesn't stop it making noise, but it does stop me from cutting wood with it, which that's okay, I don't mind that. I can pull it out of the stand, throw some fuel in it and get it going. I'm going to take it out on the lawn. It's a nice sunny day out there, so we'll go up under a tree in the sun, and I'll start it, give it a few revs and show you what it does. It's still really reliable to start. Like when I did all of that work and got it running, new piston rings, new air filter, all the diaphragms and the kit inside the carburetor got redone. Yeah, remounted the handle and stuff. So it's just a cool saw. It's a really nice way to show it off in the stand, having the grooves cut through and the frame and everything. Just looks better than having the saw sitting on the table or sitting on the grass. I get asked lots of questions about it, and this is just a way of showing all that information for people to come and have a read and have a look and take photos. And I like some of the experienced people. You can tell people at farming shows and stuff that know what they're doing around saws and can do things safely. I don't mind letting them handle it and start it, as long as it's safe and controlled, because this thing doesn't have any safety features. There's no guarding over the hand, there's no chain brake. Yeah, it's an on-off, just a straight on-off switch. There's no other kills for it. Yeah, so it's really neat and it gets a lot of attention. So fuel ratio for it, so I've been looking into that a little bit. Initial fuel ratio for it from back in the 60s when it was made was about a 16:1 ratio of just an SAE 30 engine oil into petrol. Modern 2-stroke oils, we can run a little bit of a different ratio now because technology's a bit better. What I've mixed up that I'm going to run in it is probably getting closer to 30:1. I don't want to go any leaner than that. I can't remember what I mixed up last time, but I know I've always added extra oil anyway. I'd rather have it smoky and well lubricated than not enough. So yeah, that's probably enough talking about it. Let's take it up on the lawn and get it started and show you what it does. Yeah. You might think getting it out of the stand is going to be a difficult process, but I've made it really quite simplified. There's a little block under here that the handle sits into. Lift it slightly off that, and then it should just simply roll out. A couple of the teeth get caught up along the way, but there we go. How easy. go up on the lawn, have a bit more of a yak about it, and then we'll get it started. Before we get too carried away, I better just check these fluids and top them up. I know the chain fluid lubricant is full. It has a manual oil pump, so while you're running the saw you give that a few pumps with your thumb, pumps up through the little copper line and lubricates the chain. Nothing automatic about it. So that fills through there. I know that's full. Throw some fuel in. So I've already got a little bit mixed up here. I don't like leaving a whole lot of fuel in this when it's not being used all the time. So I've actually mixed up, this is a 95 octane with some good modern 2-stroke oil. Only about 300 mils. I know there's some little bits and pieces in there, but I've got a sieve filter in the bottom of the funnel, plus the filter screen inside the carb as well. And lastly, I'm going to put some gear oil in it. Not a heck of a lot, just enough to splash around in the bottom and keep those gears lubricated. If I fill it, it's just going to leak out everywhere anyway, so we'll throw a little bit in. Just an 80-90, nice heavy, thick gear oil. Should be enough there, and it's coming right up on the sight glass anyway, so clearly there was probably some still in there, which is great. When I put it back on the stand, I'll just have to sit a rag underneath it. That's cool. There's a little fill arrow on here, fill 2, halfway through the sight glass. And when we go up on the lawn, usually it only takes a couple of pulls with the choke to get the burbles out of it, and then flip the choke off and it starts. So let's go up on the lawn and see what she does. Okay, here we go. So earmuffs, this thing's really loud. I'll do what I normally do with my videos and tune the volume down for you guys when I start it. So it's completely cold. I haven't started it, haven't pulled it. Just come up here, throw my earmuffs on, flip the choke lever down. Throttle's locked, ignition switch is in the on position, and let's see what she does. Cool, so that's with the choke. Lock the throttle again. Not bad for being about 65 years older. Yeah, smoky as, and that's the good thing about it, is I know that smoke means she's well lubricated. Anyhow, we'll just take this back down the shed, off the lawn, and yeah, have another look at some other bits and pieces. So while it's off the stand, we'll just bring the camera in a little bit closer. So a couple of bits that I'm missing, unfortunately, is the cover that's supposed to go over the spark plug. There's one more piece that screws in. Oh, get you in frame. One more piece that screws in through here that's supposed to cover all of this up. And I'm also missing the rest of the chain tensioner. You can see a break through this casting here. There's supposed to be a chain tensioner that goes into this hole, bolts in through this. And right inside there is the sprocket that the chain runs around, and there's a major groove through the middle of it. So I did try sourcing a new sprocket from overseas, and unfortunately something failed with the purchase, and then when the person got hold of them to confirm what was going on, they thought that the part that they were going to supply wouldn't have been the right part anyway after we looked at the size of the hole in the sprocket, so the whole deal fell through. But without a tensioner, that doesn't matter because I need to be able to tension it. I'm not planning on cutting with it anyway, so yeah, this is just a basic on-off switch. Standard recoil starter like anything. The air filter, if you watch the original video, had to remake an air filter from a Victor lawnmower filter. It goes in there, 2 little screws. It's a backwards setup that the air is drawn through the center of the filter and then dispersed out around the outside of the filter, sucked down through here, through the carb. Choke is down, high-low adjusters here for idle fuel and high rev fuel. One of the jets is in behind that screw. So yeah, so Tillotson what are we, HL46 carb on this model. There is a different carb as well, another one, I forget the model number for it now, but yeah, it's a really cool saw, really noisy. So yeah, if you like the video, like the projects that I do, like what I'm up to, hit that subscribe button, watch some more. The Big Chief Tractor videos and the Legacy videos about these two, red one over here and the blue one's hiding in the back corner over there, generated a lot of interest, so it's really cool. One thing I have noticed through analytics for YouTube is that 80% of the people watching my videos aren't actually subscribed to the channel, so I'm reaching people, but yeah, hit that subscribe button so you get a little notification when I post something new or do something cool. Yeah, thanks for watching. Let's throw this back in its display stand again. It's just sitting down here on the floor for now. Put it back in there, take a couple more photos, and enjoy the video. Hit the subscribe button. See you next time.